Friends, it's Jenna. Sinful celluloid. Wine, obviously. I love you, wine. Burial of the Rats. Bram Stoker's Burial of the Rats. We begin with Bram Stoker and his dad in a carriage. And this is not just Bram Stoker, this is emo Bram Stoker. Dad, I just want to write my stories. Someday people are going to read what I do. Like, get off my case, but keep paying my cell phone bill. Dad's like, yo, slow it down, precious cargo. The carriage driver's like, we can't slow down, this is bandit country. They get attacked by bandits. The carriage stops, there's like a rattling and like a skittering of claws. The Stokers get out. The carriage driver has been stripped to his skeleton of his skin. Since this is called Burial of the Rats, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that rats ate him. Bandits come out of the shadows, attack Stoker Sr. Young Bram grabs a gun, shoots the one who's attacking his father. The two other cloaked bandits knock him out, drag him away, and leave Stoker Sr. there to kind of whatever. They drag Bram to a castle, to a dungeon, and disrobe. And it's two hot chicks in like ripped cloth bikinis. There's a brunette and there's a blonde. So there's really something for everyone unless you like redheads, and then you're out of luck. I'm sorry. They they're mad. Bram killed Claire. Claire must be the person he shot who was attacking his dad. They say, no, let's really savor this torture. Let's just hold off because then there's no movie. Cut to the upper levels of the castle. Apparently there's just a lot of parties here where there's a lot of topless ladies and kind of gauzy bullshit dancing around to chamber music. That's all women. There are no men. Leader of the pack here is Adrienne Barbeau, and she's dressed up like she's there for a court appointment with like Versailles. Everyone around her is in those ripped cloth bikinis and like belts and swords, like they're cave ladies of vengeance. Sexy cave ladies of vengeance. We killed the coachman back there because he was an adulterer, he was a wife beater. We dragged Bram out. He's like, where's the bro in charge? There's no men here because this is the Ladies of Vengeance Club. The whole point of these ladies is to punish wicked men, good men, all men. They've all been very, very wronged in some way. They want to kill him. Hold up. Forgot to mention. Adrienne Barbeau is the queen of the pack here, but she's also queen of the rats. I'm the twisted Pied Piper. I have a flute, and I play it. And when I play my flute, the rats do what I want them to. That's just a thing you should know. They take old Bram out to the torture playing field, strap him to the pendulum. So he's hanging above a pit full of bones and hungry rats waiting for their next meal. They give the ladies a hammer and say, listen, you hammer this, it drops an inch, and we'll lower him into the pit and y'all get your hammer in. Brunette goes first, bunch of ladies go next. Blondie gets the last hit. And he says, I was just trying to save my dad. Please don't kill me. That gets her right in the heart. She hesitates. She has a soft spot apparently for parents. She decides not to lower him to his ratly doom. They just stick him back in the dungeons and they begin kind of a back and forth where they fall in love. She brings him a paper and pen to write with, and they do it on the cell floor. It's really... Poor Stoker's dad is super worried about him. He hooks up with some constables and he's like, can you help me find my son? Was he taken by bandits in the woods? Because no, forget about him, he's done. Adrienne Barbeau goes down to the chambers with Brunette. They read some of his stuff and it kind of paints them in a very vengeance-y way. Adrienne Barbeau's like, we're not going to kill you. We are going to actually bring you out on raids with us. You can tell the tales of our violence and strike fear into the hearts of all men so they can stop being shitheads and treating ladies like garbage. Sounds great. I don't want to die. Bram says, listen, you want me to write about your raids of vengeance? Let's go on some raids. I heard they're keeping a 12-year-old at a brothel. Let's go free her and, like, slice off dudes' dicks and stuff. They go to the brothel. They also kind of raid a church where the priests are super lecherous and it's gross. Bram sees one of the priests be killed by getting staked through the heart with a cross. He's going to save that one for later in the old lockbox. They go back to the castle. Successful raids. You know what that means? Or topless dance parties. Queen is like, Bram, get out of here. Quit hanging out with the topless ladies. You have writing to do, brother. And he's like, here's the problem. On our last raid, Blondie didn't return. She's probably been captured by the constables and is being tortured in their dungeons right now. Now they have to do another raid to save Blondie. Meanwhile, Stoker's dad has found the constables. Oh, we have somebody chained up in the dungeons. She might know where your son is if you think he's alive. And she's like, yeah, they're over in the, whatever lady catacombs. She gives him the address just at the same time that the ladies of vengeance have descended upon the dungeons to free her. Massive battle sequence. There's sword fighting. There's ass kicking. There's people getting lit on fire. Hold on. Stoker manages to free Blondie. Brunette sees Stoker Sr., remembers him from the first encounter by the carriage, shoots that bitch. Back at the castle, Stoker, you've been on a couple of raids with us. You're super emo. We really dig you. Let's get you initiated. You can be with your girlfriend and give up your dudely way of life. Cool. They slice his arm with a ceremonial dagger. Brunette drinks his blood. She slices her own arm. He's forced to drink her blood. Now you've got staking with crosses. You've also got blood drinking. I wonder where he gets the inspiration for Dracula. Blondie's like, listen, you're at this initiation. I already told your dad where to find you. I saw him in the dungeon, so I'm sure he'll be here any minute. The last part of the initiation, Brunette is plotting, hands him a massive axe. Like, kill this jerk. He's a man, so he's a jerk. And they put this guy, his head down on a block of wood, and they're like, behead him. Stoker's like, I don't think I want to kill somebody when I don't know that they've done anything wrong. And they're like, he's a man. He's done something wrong. At the very last minute, the guy on the chopping block is like, Bram, is that you? I'm your father. And at the same time, the constables have all showed up because Blondie leaked the information of where they all live because love makes you crazy. Hoes before bros, babe. There's another huge fight sequence. A lot of people getting slaughtered. Brunette and Blondie get down to it. Brunette's super jealous. Blondie's like, I'm not supposed to be here anymore. I found the love of my life. I'm gonna go defect with him. They sword fight. Brunette gets murdered. Blondie kills her. And you think she's gonna get away scot-free. Constable comes out of nowhere and shoots her. Stoker happens to see this. He fights Constable. Pretty sure Constable dies. I don't know. I might have stopped paying attention by that point. Queen, meanwhile, sees that she's not going to survive. And she's like, rather than be captured by men, I'm going to let the rats take me. And she snaps the flute in half, and that's like the trigger. And all the rats descend upon her and eat her skin from her bones. That's really it. Bram pulls Blondie outside. She says some loving words. He cradles her while she dies, and Dad's still alive. Don't worry, he's okay. Right of her son, and then she will live on forever. Scene. I mean, if you're into nudity, yes, it's a checkbox for that one. They're making fun of stuff. There's some jokes they throw in here. They know this is not like a serious tour de force. What you see is what you get with this. This is Jenna. Sinful celluloid. More of this. Burial of the Rats.